Here I am, everybody. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. And today I'm going to talk about growing moringa. Easy to grow. It's just a little trick to getting these seeds to germinate. But once you get them started, they're unstoppable. Unstoppable. We're going to do this real quick. Well, maybe in an hour. If you don't know, my name is Jamaica and my channel name is Jamaica Life. I am a pseudo homesteader, part time, and I have a garden. I am a gardener. I have sheep, goats, duck, geese, chickens, quail, and rabbits. That's a lot, huh? I'm trying to slim it down to what I really like to do, but it's a little hard because I like to do a lot of things, and slimming it down, you actually start liking these animals. I not the livestock. I actually cull livestock, but I like to do it. So it's kind of hard for you to decide which ones you want to do. But then you do the animals a disservice if you have too many of them. So you got to balance it out. I think I don't want any more animals, although my goats have been reproducing. I went out there and there was another goat. There was another goat. But a part of growing things is knowing when to let things go. Some of the lambs from the sheep didn't make it because it got when they were born it was super cold, and man, this that our freeze took two of my lambs out, and then the heat came in and took two of my goats out. So I lost a couple of them, but most of them, for the most part, most of them are just fine. They're just fine. Their parents are fine. I just went and talked to them. Why is this thing coming up? I just went out there and talked to them slash fed them, fussed at them the other day because they get on my nerve. They do. I go out there and it's like they got food when I go out there, but they want a particular type of food. But that's not what today is about. Today is about this. I bulk planted. Now there might be another name for it, but that's just what I call it. And all bulk planting is fly is getting on my nerve. Is always one. And the quail are outside the door. And when I open the door, the dogs take their mosey on in. They take their sweet time. And then the damn excuse me. Then the doggone flies come in. Anyway, that's a part of summer, right? If you have anything that attracts flies, quail will do it. I gotta move them. They're too close to the house. If you have anything that attracts flies, you have to put things out, such as like I strike bait. You strike bait with apple cider vinegar, and that usually takes a lot of them out. I mean, most of them. But then they feel the cool breeze come in, and the dogs are moseying in here. I don't want to fuss. I don't want to fuss at y'all. So let me see. I don't see anybody in here yet, which is concerning. Oh, the garden zebra's in here. Okay, I was like, am I on? They have that. It automatically sends it to unlisted or whatever that thing is, and it got him. I got a little thing over there, a zapper. So it automatically. I hope there's no bugs in here. Jesus Christ, let me pray. Lord God, please don't let there be anything pop up on me. Please. It's been outside, and a couple of times I did this. Bugs were in the pot. We're gonna think positive, right? So I need to get this out because it's stuck. It's stuck in here. And here they are. So maybe I should have started from the beginning and showed you how to grow these jokers, huh? Easy. People make things sound so hard. I didn't mean to repeat myself because I'm not trying to extend this thing any longer than it has to be. Let's take this, put it to the side. All right, I got my little mat out here. So what you do or what I do, some people are like, oh, you need to crack them. You ain't gonna do that. Don't be like me. Order just an ounce. I ordered 10 ounces of moringa seed on Amazon, and it was bigger than this. I planted some, and look at that. The thing about this is that you can powder this and use it in a drink, right? So I get a little bowl, right? And you go ahead, you grab a handful of moringa seeds and you put them in the bowl. They're all going to germinate. That's my art. How you doing? So that's how much I have left. I guess I'm gonna make it out of powder or something. I know it's good for you. I just have to figure out what it's good for. But you can put it in your smoothies and whatnot. That's how I'm gonna have to get rid of that. But I bought it for planting. So I have some in this little thing. And all I do is I pour some water in there. Your moringa seeds are gonna float. That does not mean they're no good. You leave these seeds in there for a minimum of 8 hours, no more than 12, right? Tomorrow I'll plant these. You see that? See how they floating? That doesn't mean that they ain't no good. Some people think some fleet seeds, if they float, they're no good. Not moringa seeds. Moringa seeds is gonna float on you. Okay? And just put them to the side, right? Let me stop saying right like that man on what is that thing with Cartman? Put them to the side and just plant them the next day. That's it. That's how you grow them. And you could all throw them all in the same thing. It's gonna take about a week or two for them to pop out, but they're gonna come out. Oh, another thing, it needs to be warm. So put them outside and put them in the shade because it's 90. All my animals are in except the chickens and the quail aren't in here. The rabbits are in the shade, which is kind of scary because rabbits overheat. But I'll go out there and check on them again. But they're in the gazebo. They don't get direct sunlight. But quail will pass away on you. Rabbits will pass away on you. And some chickens, like cochins, the one with the furry feet, they'll pass away on you. So you got to be careful with those things. Anyway, so you don't put your seeds directly in the sun. Put them in a shady spot because it's so warm. And the heat is what's going to make them come up. So I have these pots here. And these are 1 gallon pots, right? I'm doing it again. These are 1 gallon pots. We're going to get them into a thing. A thing. So that's one right there. You see something? One of my chickens ate this. You see that? That's chicken work. That's chicken damage. So I'm going to pour this out. Right? Here we go with that doggone right thing again. I got to mentally block that. And we're going to put the soil around it and press it down. That's one done. All right? Here I go. And now it's bothering me every time I say it. I need to stop thinking about it, huh? So let's look over here, right? That's my art. I tried to germinate. I tried eight. I tried germinate mangoringa seeds, but only 2 germinated. Every one that I planted in the ground died. So I'm not gonna put these in the ground because right now in Texas, if you're in a hot climate like I am, don't put your moringa out there. Wait till the fall and put it out there. Early fall when it just starts cooling off, like September, October, because they need to establish their root system. But once they get it established, you got it. A lot of people, once they transplanted their moringa into the ground, the moringa didn't make it. But that is usually because there wasn't enough water and initially. Because once these things get established, you ain't got to worry about them no more. They're fine. But when they're babies like this, you need to um you need to make sure they get enough water and they're not too hot. I'm gonna put them back outside, but I'm gonna keep them in these planters and I'm gonna put them in a shady spot. So they tell you about moringa root, right? And moringa roots do get thick. Make sure I don't put this in my tea. Look at that. I got tea over here. Look at that. That's a moringa root. All we're gonna do is dig a hole, put it in there, and get enough soil to bring it back up to the spot. You're gonna see the spot where it was buried because it's gonna be brown. Anything that wasn't buried is gonna be green. And you know what? This doesn't this doesn't have to be you don't have to worry about this because there's no graft line on these. We grew these from seeds. The only one you have to worry about burying too deep is the ones that have been grafted, the ones you buy from the store. And grafting means they took one root, they grew one. I got a whole bunch of them back here. They grew one, and they took it, they clipped it off, and they put another plant on there. I don't do grafting, but one day I'll do it. One day I'll try it, and when I perfect it, I'll come and show you guys. So we're just gonna transfer them out. I preloaded these these pots just for this video. I said, well, I'm gonna use up all of my good soil for my moringa because I like moringa. I think it's pretty. I only had one. I planted three in the back of the back of the very backyard. Yet last year, or was it the year before? The year before last, and only one came back up this year. So it's really a little sad, but so we got a moringa right here, right? Gonna take some of this and move it to the side or take it out. Right? We want to get all of the roots buried. Doesn't matter if you bury it too deep because there's no graft line, but it does matter if you don't bury all of the roots. And you just take your soil, put it in there. Don't put your soil all the way to the very top of your pot. Leave at least an inch to a half an inch so that you can water. See that? We're getting there. I don't know if I have enough pots because I planted a lot of moringa. Moringa is the miracle tree. You could eat every part of this tree, the leaves, the stems, and the root. And I like the way it looked. So that's why I planted it, because I really, really like it. I really like the way it looks. It looks just tropical to me, and they grow really, really tall. And then last year I only had one stem come up. This year I cut it down when it got cold, right? Cut it to the ground, and two came up. So it'll start growing out more spurs. So if it goes to the ground possibly the next year you'll get two, and then you'll get three, and then it becomes a ferny bush, but it's really tall. Some people keep them pruned down to a size, to a small, to where they can get to it. And they sell moringa at the stores. Not at the stores. They sell it at the local markets. You know the kind. The kind where you buy natural stuff that hasn't been sprayed with a bunch of stuff. We have one in Austin, and I tell you what, you go into that market, you better bring some buku cat. Well, they don't even care about cash no more. They want you to do digital now, but you better have some money because you're gonna pay. You gonna pay. It's a pretty, and I don't blame them because this takes up a lot of your time, and you have to stay with it in order to get it to do what you want it to do. So they definitely making people pay for they time out there. That's my art said. It's pretty. That's my art said. Thanks for showing that you can germinate and grow them like that. Oh yeah, that's the easy way to do it. You ain't gotta. Sometimes when you crack them seeds, I believe you messed that plant. You messed that seed up. I ain't cracking nothing unless I absolutely. The only thing that I cracked was cilantro. I couldn't get it to germinate. But I didn't try to soak it either, so maybe I'll try that next time. But I don't crack moringa seeds. I just soak them. I don't do nothing. I soak them and I put them in the ground. Soak them for hours, and I put them in a pot. And y'all see, look at that. And I have some that I've already replanted. This whole pot was full of moringa. Tell you what, some people make. And if you go to the market, I'm sorry, the moringa's blocking me. You go to the market, they make this stuff seem like a big deal. Oh yes, this is moringa, the miracle tree. And some people, I, sometimes I shake myself. Some people, I was like, you full of crap. If you know how to grow this stuff, you be like, you don't say nothing. You just walk away. Don't say nothing because people are people I guess if you make don't make a big deal out of it, nobody else will. They surely do. They make like people are getting a prize, like they doing you a favor to sell you this. Moringa, the miracle tree. You'll never starve, they say, if you grow this tree. And it can take a cold and come back. I think it's the heat that gets it when it's a baby like this. You put it if I put this in the Texas sun right now, I ain't gonna have no moringa. If I put it in the ground in the Texas sun, I ain't gonna have no moringa. Yeah, all shriveled down to nothing. It'll be a little stick. I did put some in the ground early spring. I wonder if it's still out there. I don't think so. Half of that pot, I sure did. So, GT Junior, how you doing? Urban Gardening Chronicles, how you doing? Look at that. Moringa. Look at that root. See that? I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what it's for because I don't remember. First of all, I don't remember. It must have been something good though, because I wouldn't have planted it. I wouldn't have even tried it had it not been good for you. I have I have drunk moringa tea. Have y'all bought moringa tea? No one of them people at that little farm it was selling it, was acting like it was a big deal. Moringa tea is expensive. Here you go. And I paid for it before I started growing it. That won't happen again. Y'all, I'm running out of pots, but it's okay. Running out of pots. Not running out of plants though. See this? Let's get some of the biggins out. It broke where I wanted to break. Now I gotta this thing they get stuck together. It's like no, no, we're friends. Friends forever. Here you go. There's a moringa. I'm gonna take some of this out. I'm trying to check see if I'm missing anything. Half-gallon pots. Are they half gallon? I thought they were gallon. I might be wrong. I didn't want to put them in the little 4-inch pots because I was like, the this is a tree. You got to remember, if you're planting a tree, you need to give that tree because the tree tap roots. Trees have tap roots, most of them, right? You gotta give that room that a tree room for that tap root to go down. That's one of the things you need to check for, or that I check for when I buy a tree. Make sure that tap root has room. Oh, okay. I am running out of space. So far, we did 8, 9. I'm lining them up, but I don't like the way they look. Can y'all still see me? I don't like the way they look, so I had to fix this. It's so annoying me. I'm gonna move them. I put a what is this? A contractor bag here to over my deep freezer to make sure that I didn't get that all dirty. Contractor bags have saved my life. I've used that as a raincoat. I use contractor bags for everything. And 55-gallon ones or 50-gallon ones, yeah, I use those jokers religiously. I'm running out, as a matter of fact, I use them so much. So here's another one. Tracy, 5D, 9W, hello. You're working outside, you be careful. I don't if you in Texas or if it's hot out there, be careful out there. I ain't going out there. I ain't going out there. You see how quiet it is? Them dogs are in here. They don't want me to get mad and put it back outside. Sifting some soil. How you doing? Oh, GTU was just wondering. I think they're gallon pots, but I don't recommend them because they're real flimsy. I'm gonna have to go back on to. That's why I don't like really buying garden supplies online unless somebody has verified this. With this one, these pots are not gonna last more than 2 or 3 plantings. I've gotten to the point in my gardening journey, if I buy something, I don't want to buy it again. I don't, y'all ever heard the saying the cheap can become expensive? I don't want to have to buy stuff over and over again. I'll pay the piper one time to get a good quality pot that I can use over and over again because I know that I'm gonna do. I'm a gardener and I'm gonna use it. It ain't gonna be a one and done deal. I plant all the time and I move stuff all the time from pot to pot. So buying something, look, see how that move? It's a little bit. mm, I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna have to do it again. And I looked at the reviews, and the reviews were good on this one, but apparently their idea, maybe they were sellers, and when you're selling stuff to people, well, one and done is good for you. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on good pots when you go to the farmer's market. That's what I meant to say. When you go to the farmer's market and you sell them to people, because they're gonna put it in their own pot anyway. But I don't sell to the general public, not yet anyway. I don't sell to them, so I want my stuff to last. How many pots do I got? 3 pots left. Okay, I got one little one here. Look at that. Look at that baby. Where's my little pot? 1 minute. I do have some 4-inch pots in the house. So I'm just going to take one of these, right? Gather up some soil from this thing. Put this little one in here. And I'm going to cover it. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets the opportunity to thrive. There you go. Little one. All right. So I have a pot here that's half full. Half full. Use this. I have more soil outside, and the plants that I have left over after we finish this, I'll replant them in with some of the soil that I have outside. So all I do, move this out the way. Move all of the distractions out the way. All I do is break it off. See that? You're gonna lose a little bit of root, but be gentle. It's like untangling hair. You gotta be patient. Now 2 of them came off together, right? See that? Get the soil off, shake them, and they will separate on you. LGG love, LGGG love. Listening in the background, but running in and out of the rain. Okay, can't take the phone off outside. Well, thank you for tuning in. Barb Brownie, how you doing? So I'm just gonna backfill this. They were suffering in that pot. Look at that. Some of the leaves were falling off and turning yellow, but I think that is from it being too hot. Another thing about putting stuff in a bigger pot, they don't dry out as quick. The smaller the pot, the quicker it's gonna dry out on you. So here we are. We're coming to the end of this journey because I only have 1 pot left. So there's that. All right. Now I'm scraping, scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to get some soil. There we are. Don't they look happier? Look behind me. Wait a minute. I'll move out your way. Don't they look happier? Yes, we do. If I put them outside, they're gonna wilt. I got one more pot over here. And I'm gonna take the biggest one, which is this one, and put it in this pot. And then the other 3 I'll do later on, off camera. So there we are. I think I had some seriously in here. I'm just gonna let it be. Dump some of this out because I don't have any more soil to augment. I'm gonna get this one in, right? and it's halfway up the pot, so it has plenty of room to do whatever it needs to do. Okay. Talk about scraping the bone, huh? Or scraping the jar. Oh, Lord. The things we do as gardeners to try to make it work, make a way where there is no way. I know there's no more soil outside, not any new soil. I got spent soil. And this one is not centered. Okay. So I have three, put this over there with us. So we planted 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 plants. Well, 15 plants. And I still have 3 left right there. I can't leave these out that long because their roots are exposed and the plant will start suffering. So there's that. I have to get these planted soon. So we have 3 left. And this thing is a lifesaver. Someone got this for me. I thank him. I thank him over and over again. I forget her name now. Oh well. Thank you. Because this thing saves me a lot of work. I used to get the entire table dirty. You still get it dirty, but not as bad. So we planted the moringa. Let's check on learning. All right. Let's go back over this. So I do not crack my moringa seeds. First thing, only order an ounce. All right. If you're planting them, if you're just doing it to plant, don't be like Jamaica and order 10 ounces. I know why I bought this because 10 ounces on Amazon was $20. 1 ounce was $10. I said, well, if I'm gonna spend $10, I might as well do the 20 and get 10 ounces versus 1 ounce for $10. $10. That was my rationalization because I just looked it up. $20 for this. And this bag was full. 10 ounces. Moringa seeds are very light, super light. So that's where I got this from. If you can't find it, y'all see the name of the people. No affiliation. Paisley Farm and Crafts. That's where I got that from on Amazon. They grow. Look. Take the seeds. Do not plant them directly dried up like that. Let them soak for a minimum of 8 hours. Some people crush them. I cannot attest to that. I do not do that. I think that might damage the seed. All I do is soak it for a minimum of 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours, right? I don't time it or anything. Tomorrow I'll come in here and I'll do it. It might be over 12 hours when I do it, but your seeds are gonna float, right? They're gonna float. Moringa seeds float. Just soak them. And then go ahead and plant them. I put them about a half an inch into the soil. And they come up after a couple of weeks. As long as it's warm and it's not freezing cold, those jokers will come up. Oh, I'm making a mess. Then when they get to a certain size, like this size, no bigger than this size, you got to upplant them because they're going to run out of space and they're going to start turning yellow on you like this. Some of them have turned yellow on me, or you're going to start losing leaves. Right? And that's it. Upplant them in a big container. I don't recommend you put them in a 4-inch pot unless they're super small. But if you put them in this, you're going to have maybe a month, 2 weeks, you're going to have to replant it. Trees have tap roots. That root is right here right now, right? Give it a couple of, maybe a month or two. That tap root is going to be moving its way down here. So you're going to fill half the pot with soil, right? And then you're going to take the seedling, the seedling that looks like this, right? And you're going to put it halfway on top, and then so half of this thing was with soil, right? So all of them, I had soil up to about here, right? Then I put the plant on top and I backfilled it in. It's a tree. It's a tree and it has a taproot. I'm just gonna say that to you guys. It's the root's gonna move down. That big fat root that we saw is gonna start getting bigger and going down. It has a lot of spider roots. I don't know what they call side roots. You can see that on here. Yeah, let me pull one on. Okay. But there is that one taproot there. And that joker needs to have room. See that? Some big roots are coming out of there. That joker needs to have room to move out. And remember to water them. And if you're putting them outside, like I'm gonna do, put it in a shady place. Do not put it, especially if you're in one of that's deep south like me. I'm deep south. I'm in Central Texas, Zone 9A. Don't put that joker in the deck of direct sun. Don't put it in at 90 plus. It must be 90. Yesterday was 99 degrees when I was out feeding the animals. Woo! The animals didn't want to come out of the shade to eat. I put everything into their little shelter and they all started going in there one by one. They have two shelters. Keep your plants, your baby seedlings, and your animals out of that sun. You ain't gonna have them. You ain't gonna have them. They're not gonna make it. They're gonna flop over. And all the time you took to do stuff or to raise the animals or to raise the plants, it's gonna be for nothing. So everybody, this is Jamaica, and this is the planting of the moringa tree, the tree of life. I thank everybody for being with me. I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.